Welcome everyone to day 3. I'm so happy you're here. All right, so as always, we are going to get grounded. So just kind of sink into your body if it is safe to do so. Of course, if you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes. Just focus your attention down into your heart center. Taking some deep breaths. Allowing the breath to go all the way down into your belly. Just imagining from your heart chakra, just sending down a grounding cord all the way down through the bottoms of your feet to the core of the earth. As that cord grounds into the center of the earth, just imagine that energy from Mother Earth shooting up that grounding cord in through the bottoms of your feet, up to your knees, to your hips, to your belly button, all the way up to your heart. It mixes and melds. And now sending energy up from your heart through the top of your head. So it opens like a door all the way up to source, whether that's a beam of light or cord. Seeing it go all the way up into source, connecting with higher self, higher being, galactic force, God. Just seeing that energy run all the way down the top of your head, clearing out your third eye, throat chakra, and mixing and melding into your heart. Where it combines with the energy of Mother Earth and sends a ricochet from your heart all the way out like a beam of golden light. Every single cell starts to vibrate, every single cell that it touches. Every cell, as it touches another cell, it vibrates. Just feeling that energy course through your body. Just taking another deep breath. Bringing yourself back into the room. When you're ready, open your eyes. Beautiful. So, day 3. Some of y'all have been here every single day. And that's pretty amazing, in my opinion, because we get so caught up and busy in these lives of ours. So I definitely commend you for that. And of course, everybody that's catching the recording, thank you for your time. We'll go ahead and jump right into it because we got lots to cover. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the future you, your future frequency. Who do you want to become? And why aligned action actually beats out hustle. We've been talking about this a little bit where, it's not about the programs or the strategy or anything like that. It's more about what's going on inside of here. We're going to create your new operating system. We're going to do actually two guided visualizations. So one where we're looking at a timeline. We're going to set our future goal into our timeline, lock it into place. We'll also do a short breath work. It's only about a 12-minute recording. And then we'll have a little bit of time for, of course, we'll talk about the opportunity again, and then some Q&A if there are any questions. So, future you frequency. So, this is basically, we want to create the life that your soul signed up for, not the life that we should be living, not the life that we were conditioned to be living. Because remember, we're taught to stay in a box, like the, we can get into like the government and all that, like that's a totally different story, but uh what 11, yes, it's 3:11 here. So, oh my gosh, that was bigger than I wanted it to. So from school age, and what they're finding with kids is that, kids are very natural at, being creative, um, playing, singing, dancing, playing dress up, like all the creative things. They have wild imaginations. They scream and wiggle and, do all the things, right? Like those are, when I think of a kid, like that's what I think of. They're just out there being themselves. And so their mind is completely open. They see all the possibilities. They are freaking amazing manifestors because they will hone in on something so hard that like I think about my kids, like they'll ask a question, they're like, I'll say like maybe, right? Like, and that's a cue to them to say something like in their heads, like, she doesn't understand, ask again, right? So they'll just ask and ask and ask and ask until finally I'm like, fine, like here, like, so they are so amazing at actually manifesting things and getting what they want. And so when we get to school age, we are very conditioned, like we're essentially groomed to play small. They want you in this, follow the rules, don't wiggle, don't talk when other people are talking, do the assignment as we're wanting you to do it, like testing and, all of these things. Like it's a very, I'd say it's like prepping you to be a worker bee. Like, like just somebody that goes into the workforce and they just do the job that they want and they don't ask questions. And yeah, the government loves that. Like that's what they want. They want people to just do what they're going to do, within reason, within these parameters, do what you're told, shut up, don't ask questions, right? So the future you frequency is, it's the energetic signature of the version of you who's already living the life that you desire, but it's also, it's coming back to that soul self, essentially how we were as kids. It's the felt state, it's the vibrational reality that, we can tune into this now, but we're not living in this right now. We're very, very much like the media's keeping our attention on certain things and redirecting attention, and like we have notifications going off, and all the societal expectations, like we should have a normal 9 to 5 job, right? So, like it's very, um, it, it's very far off from what our soul actually wants. Like we're not meant to be stressed all the time. We're not meant to be dysregulated. And so they're finding, especially when kids start school, is that they start to get into these very dysregulated states. They are totally in tune with everything up until they start school. And then that's where that dysregulation starts kicking in, where they start getting anxiety and breathing issues and all that. So um like most people are they're trying to change their life through how we were taught, right? Like the hustle, the strategy, the forcing things. But reality is not created by what you do. Like it's created more so by who you're being. So your thoughts and your emotions and your beliefs and your frequency, the energy that you're putting out, like that matters more than the doing. um like we're human beings, not human doings, right? So the future you frequency is it's the emotional, the energetic, the even the subconscious blueprint of the version of you who has already broken through the old patterns, who has released scarcity and fear and shame and doubt. They've embodied peace and power and confidence and trust and abundance, and created, maybe the relationships that they want and the business that they want and the lifestyle that they want and the inner peace that you crave. So one really important thing that I like to point out is that, it's not about necessarily the money, right? Like it's not about, you just want to make the money. It's really the feeling behind what you get to do when you have that money, right? You're tapping into the feeling, you're tapping into the person that you know you get to be when you have that. And what I really teach people is like, we're not going after the money, we're going after like what you feel when you have it. So when you have that thing that you feel, like whatever that is for you, maybe peace or ease and flow and whatever else, by you living that, being that person that has all those things, the money, it's like a side effect, right? Because you're putting out a different vibration. You're putting out a vibration of somebody that is peaceful and loving and joyful, right? And then it just comes. So your current results, because of your vibration, your current results of what you're living in right now, your current reality, it's simply a reflection of the frequency you're currently tuned into. So we talked about this yesterday, the radio station that we're dialed in on. So if you're vibrating at the frequency, and let me change the slide here. If you're vibrating at a frequency down here with the, like the shame and the guilt and the apathy and grief and fear, like if you're vibrating there, that's where you get the, I'm not ready, or I can't, it's not working, like I need to do more to prove my worth. You'll continue to attract experiences that mirror that vibrate at that same frequency. So even if you're doing all of the things that you should be doing, that you're supposed to, you're not getting the results. But when you align with your future frequency, your actions become magnetic, your desires start chasing you back. You embody the calm and the powerful and expanded version of you who already knows that it's working. So again, how do we tune into this? So we get clear on who that person is. Like, what does, he or she believe? How does he or she move throughout the world? How does, you know, his or her nervous system feel? And you want to feel it, right? Your subconscious, what's really funny is your subconscious does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And they actually did a study on, I say it's like Stanford or something like that, but it was like marathon runners or like hurdle jumpers. And so they had them visualize as if they are running the track and jumping over the hurdles, and their heart rate actually increased as if they were doing the workout. And so, like, and then when they stopped, like it came back down. And so they were burning calories. They were literally burning calories and sweating and like all of the physical things. Like your subconscious does not know if you're vividly visualizing something versus if you're actually doing it. So visualization, like breath work's a really good one. Um, Emotional embodiment, it's like all those things together is how you can feel into that future you in like now. And we don't have to go anywhere for that. It's like it's free, right? Like we can do this at any time that we want. And so when you get into that practice of doing it, and like this is something that you can do for, 5-10 minutes a day. And one thing I do really I just want to put out there real quick, but the best times to do this are when you're in a trance-like state. So when you're in theta wave state. So when you're in theta, the two times you're always going in and out of, theta, alpha, beta throughout the day. But you're always, always, always going into theta. That moment right before, like when you're waking up and like fully wake, like actually getting up out of bed, and right before you go to sleep. So these are two like beautiful times that you don't even have to try to go into hypnosis for. You just automatically go there and you can just tap in and visualize the life that you want. That's it, like as if you're already living it, right? Like see through your eyes as if like you, and bring all the emotions in it, like bring all the senses, hear things, smell things, taste things. Who are you with? Like what do you feel um like get the emotion high. And this is something you can do 5-10 minutes, right when you're waking up and right before bed, and it starts to rewire. And your subconscious, again, because like we talked about this um day one, how repetition is like the secret sauce to everything, because your brain it wants to automate everything. The more times you do it, it's like, I should do this on autopilot. And then we'll just have we can take the conscious side of like having to physically do it over and over and over again, and you start to create those neural pathways. So we're implanting this, once, twice a day, every day. And then your brain is just gonna, your subconscious is automatically just gonna go for it. Like it's going to align all the things. And we're gonna do this also with our timeline exercise, but it's gonna align everything so that you eventually are that person, like looking through your eyes with the goals that you're seeing. So it's a very simple practice you can do. And then not only are we looking at the subconscious side of things and in rewiring things and really thinking about our thoughts, but we also want to take aligned action. Like this is not, stuff that feels like, yeah, there are going to be some things that we just don't want to do, right? Like, I don't like making sales calls. I don't know a lot of people that do, but that is a necessary thing if you want to, you know, be in business, right? So there is priority, like a priority list. Like we want to take a line action. We want to do the things like spend the time on the things that actually count and not waste all our time sitting in the back end making sure our shit looks pretty, right? This is it's a line action so that your future self's like energy, like in your future self's energy, not your fear. So what would my future self do in this moment? What would my future self like? What would be the thing that would really move the needle that my future self would be doing right now? And think about it in that way. And it takes off some of that pressure. It's not as icky. And if there's anything that comes up that does feel icky, we just clean it up along the way. This is where we look at our triggers, we look at our thought patterns, we uh, trace back to our subconscious beliefs. We look at our unprocessed emotions behind it. And then we release and rewire them. So eventually it's not as icky and it becomes easier and automatic. So that's why, again, like nervous system regulation is one of the most important things. Subconscious work is essential. And so you can hold that frequency for long enough to create the lasting change. So when you operate from that future frequency, that's again, like it becomes easier, it becomes more automatic, like you make decisions faster. You're not just hoity-toitling it like all around in your head like forever and just overthinking it. You attract more aligned clients, people, or relationships. Like they're magnetically attracted to you. You feel more peace and power without burning out. You step into your leadership. You're okay with being visible. And again, like that's where you attract like abundance. Money just comes because you're acting in that frequency, as in your true soul self. And again, it's not about, you know, fake it till you make it, or copying somebody else, or, you know, like becoming, but it's remembering that you are already that person. You always were. And because again, like universally and cosmically, we're very supported in this right now. There's portals opening all over the place. There's the Schumann resonance is going off the chart. Like we're getting downloads like crazy right now. And it's all in support of getting you back to your true self. So who are you choosing to be today? And who are you becoming? So your future self already exists. They already exist in another frequency. I say future, but we're going to talk a little bit about what future actually means. But it's basically you shift into embodying that energy now. And you know, if we don't have that embodiment, if we you know, have the vision board of all the things that we want, but we're not embodying the person that it takes to be in that vision board, like that's basically you're just fantasizing, right? We have to put the two things together, like you inside of that vision board as the person that you want to be. So who are you becoming? Like this isn't just, you know, motivational like mumbo jumbo fluff here. Like it's one of the most powerful portals to transformation that you'll ever walk through. And the version of you who already has that life that you desire, whether it's, you know, making an impact on people, or, income, or your own inner peace, or connecting, or your health, or freedom. Like, it already exists, not in some, far off someday, but in the quantum field right now that exists. And that person is real. And that person is calling you forward. So every time you get a spark of desire, or you feel a deep inner knowing that something more is meant for you, every time you glimpse a vision into your imagination and it feels like home, like it's not a daydream, like it's not just wishing, it's actually it's a transmission, like it's coming from that future self. And it's not a fantasy, it's just you on another frequency. And it's like basically sending like messages like, come this way, like come on, like I'm here, let me show you how awesome this is, like, right? So in quantum physics, time is not a linear path. Like there's technically no past or present or future, like as we traditionally understand it. Like it's not just a straight line, it's actually a field. And so that means that all possibilities, all versions of you, they already exist out there right now, like in this moment simultaneously. So there are multiple timelines, there are multiple versions of you living out different outcomes, and it's all based on the choices that you're making and the energy you hold and in the frequency that you're tuning into. So the question becomes, which version of me am I choosing to tune into and embody today? Because that future you keep dreaming of, like, again, they already exist. They're already embodying these desires. And the reason those dreams feel so alive is because they're sending signals to you, right? Like back through the field, like time and space does not exist in this field. So the truth that most people miss, like they're basically like little divine breadcrumbs, right? Like they're taking you along the path because again, they're saying, hey, it's awesome over here, come on. But desires, they're not random, and they're not greedy, and they're not selfish like some of these things we like to tell ourselves, but they're actually encoded messages from your future self. And again, I'm using the term future loosely, but they're already living in reality where those desires have already been fulfilled, and they're reaching back to you again, sending visions and feelings and nudges and hoping that you're going to pick up the crumbs that they're putting down so you can make the shifts now to align with that version of you. So when you follow those nudges, even when they make no logical sense, and when you release the patterns that no longer fit that future identity, when you regulate your nervous system so that you can hold that higher frequency, the frequency of trust and receiving and expansion, you start collapsing time. You start jumping timelines. You start embodying the you who's already arrived. And so, what this means is like you're not creating a person from scratch. You're remembering that person. You're activating them. You're becoming the frequency match for the life he or she already lives. And the more that you do this, and again, from a regulated state, with aligned action and deep energetic rewiring, the faster he or she comes to you and becomes your now. So yeah, we can push and we can pull and we can, you know, grind it out, but it's just going to create a larger distance and take way more time. I'm all about collapsing time and space. Like I want shit now, like on Amazon time. Come on. Like you're not creating a new you from scratch. So ask yourself, like, which timeline am I choosing? What version of me am I aligning with? What frequency am I emitting? What does my future self want me to remember right now? Because again, they're out there and they're holding the door open and they just want you to walk through. Oh, he was animated, but I guess he's not on the PDF version. Anyways, so align action beats hustle, right? Like overworking is trauma in disguise. Like that's again, you're in your fight or flight state. You don't need the strategy, you just need deeper alignment. So hustle again, like it's rooted in survival. We're trying to be safe. This comes out of fear. It's based on urgency and proving and runs on cortisol and adrenaline and it's not clarity and connection. It's basically your nervous system screaming like I'm not safe unless I produce something or prove my worth or like prove to mom and dad that I made something of myself, right? And it's glorified in our culture, right? Like when you ask somebody, hey, what have you been up to? Oh, I've been so busy, right? How many times have you heard that? Yeah, I mean I'm busy too. Like but like it's like a badge of honor. So when you're hustling, you're often trying to force results from a misaligned place. You're disconnected from your true self, your intuition. Like you're chasing instead of attracting, and that leads to burnout and bitterness and resentment and even success that feels empty. So align action, it comes from your future self, and it's not frantic or desperate. Basically it's intentional. And so you're saying to yourself, I don't need to prove anything. I'm already enough. And I'm taking this step because it feels good. It feels true because it feels like the next natural evolution of that person that I'm becoming. It's intentional and inspired and grounded, right? It doesn't mean you just sit back and just let things happen, right? Like just come to me, right? It's you take action still, right? But it means the quality of your action is infused with the resonance, coherence. You're regulated. Your energy is it's clean. Your decisions are clear and it's not chaos, right? You move in flow with your intuition and soul. So when you're in alignment, again, like you're collapsing that space and time. You're getting faster results with less force. You say yes to what's meant for you and no to what's not. And so you become magnetic to opportunities because you're operating from truth. So one aligned conversation can do more than 100 forced outreach DMs. One aligned post can convert more than a whole month of hustle. One aligned rest day can, you know, become magnetic and give you the clarity to solve a problem that's, maybe kept running in your mind for months. Because alignment in and of itself, it's frequency. And that frequency draws people in. It draws experiences in and results that are a match for the version of you that you're becoming. So when hustle tells you to do more, alignment says what feels true right now. When hustle says push through, alignment says, is this even mine to carry? When hustle says work harder, alignment whispers trust deeper. Because aligned action requires you to listen, to pause, to check in with your soul. It requires self trust, nervous system safety, and clarity on where you're going. So you can't hustle your way into wholeness. This is the secret every visionary eventually discovers. You can't build a soul aligned life, business, or legacy by betraying your own body and burning out your nervous system. Like, that's why you get all those millionaires and billionaires out there that are completely unhappy with their life. They can't find love, or, like they um, end up committing suicide or whatever. It's because they went after all the things that people told them was important. So the deeper the alignment, the greater the result. With peace and prosperity and pleasure intact, you get to have it all. So next time you feel like you need to push harder, ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Am I forcing this from fear or choosing it from alignment? And what is the most loving next step I can take from my future self? So let your vision pull you, not your fear drive you. That's when your reality begins to bend. And that's the power of aligned action. That's the new paradigm of, like we're living in this very feminine, sustainable leadership now. Old paradigms are dropping. So this is where we're going to do a little timeline exercise. So I want you to think, what feels good? What's a goal that you want in about 3 months, 3 months from now? Something that is attainable, of course, like if we put our little SMART goals into this. but something that's attainable in 3 months. It's a little bit stretchy and something that, would bring you a lot of joy. And I want you to think about this situation. Like how are you going to know that you achieved it? What's going to be happening at that time? Are you going to be looking at your bank account? Are you going to be, you know, going out to dinner with somebody you thought would never come? I saw that, Brent. Are you going to be driving the car that you've been dreaming of? Or living in the house that's right up on the beach? Or even traveling somewhere that you've always wanted to go? Just think about where you are in the situation 3 months from today's date. So what is that? September 19th. So now that you have it, if you have it, yeah, there you go. So Stacy, how are you going to know that you have them? Oh yay, right after your birthday. So are you going to have like 3 contracts that you see signed, or is it going to be a deposit into your bank? Like you want to imagine what you're going to be doing in that instant that you created that result. Okay, so you'll already be like in working with them, so you know that they're all there. Okay, perfect. So I want you to drop into your body again. Go ahead and close down your eyes if it is safe to do so. And I just want you to see again your timeline. We're going to put this in a linear type of fashion. So, timeline, you're going to elicit where the future is in relation to your body. So, that could be in front of you, behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you, above you, or below you. So, just notice where your future is in relation to your body right now. And then just notice where your past is. Past could be in front of you, behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you, above you, or below you. And just see your timeline in a linear fashion in relation to your body. Now I want you to float up above the present moment so that your timeline starts to get a little bit smaller underneath you. And I want you to float out into the future, however that is in relation to your body, where it is. And just see yourself floating into the future to that future date, September 19th, 2025. And as you're floating above the event, I want you to see the event, whatever that is for you. Again, if it's You're surrounded by loved ones, you're going out to dinner, you're maybe traveling to some place that you love, driving a car that you always wanted, a beach house, or just looking into the eyes of somebody that you so adore. I want you to see yourself drop into that experience so that you are looking through your own eyes in that body, just tapping into your heart again, just feeling so much gratitude for this present moment. And look around you, look around at what's going on. Is there other people in this situation? Is there beautiful scenery? Are there birds? Are there flowers? Are there, champagne? Just look at your surroundings and start to feel the feelings that you're feeling. Like, are you just in so much joy and excitement? Like, oh my God, this finally happened. I never thought it would be possible. Or my gosh, like, I'm so grateful and in love right now. And I'm so appreciative of the scenery. Just feel what that feels like inside of your body, just beaming inside of your heart. And just notice what you're doing in that situation. Are you giving hugs, kisses, or are you, holding somebody's hand? Are you celebrating? Are you saying, woohoo, jumping up and down? What are some things that you can hear? Is there music playing? Is there other people talking? Can you taste anything? Can it be like champagne or a nice dessert? So tap into all the senses. Is there music playing? And just feel that excitement. And what I want you to do is really build up all of those feelings and emotions inside of you, just like joy and excitement and love and gratitude and appreciation just for where you're at right now. And now I want you to zoom out from this as if you are an observer of you, as if somebody else took a snapshot, a picture, somebody that's looking at you, enjoying this moment and loving this moment, and how you look, how you have this giant smile on your face and you're just beaming from the inside out. And then just shrink it down into a photo, like a photo as if you're holding it in your hand and looking down at that photo of that moment. And just see the rims of the photo start to glow this beautiful golden color. It's alive. It's got excitement and feelings and sounds and all of the things inside of this photo. You can feel them. I want you to take 3 big breaths and you're going to blow into that photo as if, you're making this happen by blowing into that photo. So go ahead and take a big deep breath in and blow in all that intention right into that photo. And again, another big deep breath in and blow it all out into that photo, just seeing it vibrate and glow. One more time. Big deep breath in. Blow it right into that photo. All the tension, all the feelings, all the love and joy and gratitude, and just see it vibrate and glow. So it's like hot, right? Like it's just sitting there in your hand, just squirming. And then I want you to see it float down. Just let it go, float down until it comes right down into your timeline, into that exact spot in September 19th, 2025, and just snaps right in place with a little click. And it is done. And so it is. So now I want you to see yourself floating above that timeline back to present day, just floating back. And as you're floating back, just looking down on your timeline and seeing everything rearrange itself, rearranging so that every step that you take from then until now gets you to that future spot. So your subconscious is going to do this automatically. You don't even have to pay attention to all the actions and things that are happening. It's just going to realign for you. And just see yourself floating back, then dropping back into your body in the now, this time, in this place, being aware of your surroundings, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Just taking another nice big deep breath in into your heart, just feeling all that gratitude for everything that's about to come because it is already yours. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Beautiful. So this is where we create our new operating system. This is emotional sovereignty. This is subconscious congruence. This is nervous system safety. It's soul-led clarity. And just like a computer runs on an internal set of programs, the operating system, right? You run on your own subconscious beliefs and emotions and identity patterns and nervous system conditioning. That's your inner OS, operating system. So this is how you determine, like, how you interpret the world, what you believe is possible for you, what you unconsciously filter out, what your body responds, how your body responds to fear and success and rejection and joy, what you allow in and what you block out. So when you're trying to create something new, like a next level business or a relationship or financial upgrade or embodiment of purpose, but you're still running on an outdated operating system, this is where you self sabotage or stay stuck in your old survival patterns. You can unconsciously recreate the past and repel the very thing you're trying to manifest. Your current life, yeah, I like that phrase too. Your current life is a result of your past programming, not your potential. So if you're still running that old operating system, your brain and body are reacting based on the past traumas and beliefs and identities and emotions. So again, it's not, if we're saying things like, I need to work harder, for the money or to be worthy or whatever, or money is hard to hold on to, or if I'm visible, I'll be judged, or people always leave, or success means burnout. Like, they're not just thoughts, they are programs that are embedded into your nervous system and your subconscious mind. And they run the show until you consciously rewrite them. So in the program, we use tools like hypnotherapy to access the subconscious and install those new beliefs. We coach consciously through root cause coaching so that we can trace the symptoms to the actual source. And then we use breath work to release that emotional energy that's been stored inside your body, and then also create spaciousness so that more things can go in, the good things, right? The things that we want. And then we use energy work to realign your frequency. Nervous system regulation to bring safety into expansion. And we create that future based identity together. We're mapping to embody who you are becoming. So it's, again, not mindset fluff, like it's basically deep recoding. And you're not just changing how you think, but changing what your body believes is safe. We're expanding your comfort zone. Like, we're making all things possible and true. So when we rewrite the, reaction, rewiring, reality thing, you upgrade your operating system and you stop reacting from the old pains of the past. You stop living on autopilot. Like, we're consciously aware. You respond with intention and power and presence, and you magnetize aligned opportunities instead of having to chase them down, chase after them. And you feel peace and power coexist in your body. And again, your external life begins to match your internal programming. So again, you don't need to work harder. You don't need another hack. You don't need to fix yourself because you're not broken. You just need to update some things. Update the system that's running your life so it matches the future version of you who's already out there. Again, they're calling you forward. They're sending you the breadcrumbs. They just want you to follow them. So again, when we're talking about our nervous system, we tap into our breath. That's the easiest way. So what I'm going to do for this one is stop share. We're going to do a short breath work. It's only about 12 minutes here. And if you have headphones, I would suggest grabbing them because it will be the best experience. And if you are not driving too, I would suggest not driving while you're doing this. But we're going to do a little bit of active breathing. So when we are activating our breath, we are pulling more oxygen into our bloodstream. So it's not hyper ventilation, it's hyper oxygenation. So we're doing this in a very controlled, like, we are technically putting ourselves in a fight or flight state as we're doing the breath. But when we come down, we're coming back into the parasympathetic state. So this is like a controlled, like, because you do want to be able to like get out of situations that are dangerous, right? Like for your safety. Like you have to have that active, but we don't want it active all the time to where we're constantly living in that chronic stress and craziness, right? So we activate it in a controlled setting and then we bring ourselves back down so that we can rest and digest. So again, this is a little 12-minute thing here. And let me just pull it up. Is your headphones working? I'll give you a second. And if not, it's okay. So our bodies know exactly what we need. And so when we're doing this active breathing, we're essentially doing a two-part breathing where we're going to breathe all the way down into our belly first and then into our chest. And then we're just going to relax and let go. So it's very active on the inhales and then releasing on the exhales. So it looks like this. So we're going to keep a state like that for about 12 minutes. And so the headphones, like I like them because as I'm doing this, it's called 9D breath work, but it's we're doing the active breathing, but it's also got binaural beats and solfeggio frequencies and a soundtrack, and then me coaching you through the breath work. So it when you're more submersed in it, it's better. But again, it's okay if you don't have headphones. So what I'll do is I'm going to go off camera here and I'm going to go ahead and play the track.
Recording in progress. Hello. My name is Jen Ryman, and I am your host today. I am a certified hypnotherapist and breathwork coach, as well as a coach that helps people really get through their blocks in life and rewire their brains, maybe get over some traumas that have been holding them back to their next level of success. And it really brings me joy to be able to work with people on all areas of life in the conscious and subconscious mind so that they can really explode to the next level. So today I'm bringing you what's called a 12-minute activation by 9D. This is a 9D breathwork experience, and it really talks to all sides of the subconscious mind by entering in some hypnotic affirmations, some binaural beats, which opens the doors to the subconscious, as well as solfeggio frequencies. And all of these things combined together really allows me to talk to the innermost being of you. So get ready to experience a 12-minute activation that you can do at any time during the day and as many times as you want. Now, here's the hard truth about getting great. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes a willingness to accept that you are not yet good enough. It takes the ability to stare at the places that you know you're weak, to really look at those things and not let it affect your sense of self-esteem and not let it affect your sense of self-worth. So you can still get the momentum going, but you have to understand that in the beginning, we're all terrible. And as Henry Cartier-Bresson said, your first 10,000 photographs are going to be your worst. And so the thing that really makes great art are the people that continue to push and the people that continue to work and face how inadequate they may be and really understand that at the end of the day, greatness is a craft. Greatness is a process. Greatness is a habit. Greatness is the little things that you do every day over time, going out every day unafraid of whether or not this is one of the 10,000 terrible things that you're going to do. It's being unafraid to make those mistakes. It's knowing that you're not great yet. Okay, here we go. 30 breaths in and out through the mouth, filling up your lungs to maximum capacity. And on the exhale, just relax and let it go. Inhale and expand, relax and let it go. Do a 2-part breath into the belly, into the chest, feeling your diaphragm expand and really release all the work on the exhale. The exhale is just letting it all fall away. Fully in, let it go. Fully in, letting go. If you want to feel the energy move within your body, if you want to experience a calm and relaxed mind, you have to breathe nice, big, bold, deep breaths. Just 30 breaths in, and your monkey mind will begin to quiet. Your brain waves begin to slowly but surely, the doorway to your subconscious mind begins to open. All the programs that define your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions, your behaviors, you access it. Reinventing yourself from the inside out becomes possible. Your mind is malleable, your body activated. But to experience that shift fully, you have to breathe and you have to expand. Breathe in, fully in, relax and let go. Fully in, relax and release. Big in for 2 and let it go. Big in and let it go. Last big breath in and hold your breath. And as Mary Ann Radmacher said, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying that I will try again tomorrow. And that's it. If you want to be great, that's what you have to do. You've got to get up again tomorrow. You've got to be willing to face another day. You've got to be willing to accept that you've got to get through all the bad ideas before you can get to the good, because what you know is that you're there to learn. What you know is that you're there to get through the 10,000 bad photographs that you need to get through to ultimately achieve greatness. And if you make the catastrophic error that so many people make, trying to tell the world that you're extraordinary today, to try and tell the world to follow you and look up to you and think that you're something today, because the people that really win, they're the ones that invest today, the ones that listen today, the ones that spend every ounce of their energy amassing mastery, getting better every day, working their asses off to improve their skill set, to relentlessly look at the things they're not doing well, to understand that they have to break themselves down and get rid of their ego before they can really, truly find greatness. Those are the people that we remember. So if you want to be remembered, if you want to achieve real greatness, you just have to have the courage to show up every day and take another swing, take another photo, try another task, do something that scares you, and do those things over and over and over until you win. So take a nice big breath in, let it go. Second, final round, 30 more breaths, in and out, through the mouth. Fully in, letting go. Fully in, letting go. With each breath, you may notice that your mind is becoming soft and still. As you breathe deep, you're activating a phenomenon called transient hypofrontality. This is a state of temporary decreased blood flow to the conscious and analytical part of your brain. When this happens, the monkey mind becomes quiet. The body becomes alive, fully present in the here and now. And in this state, your mind becomes more suggestible. The words I speak and the wisdom received bypasses all the filters and beliefs of that reptilian brain and lands directly into your subconscious. You may also notice a little messaging embedded into this tract. It's time to reset, as well as the frequency that's put into the music. All these elements, when combined, have a powerful effect on the subconscious. The breath work helps you to quiet your mind and activate your body, and the sounds, the frequencies, the messages, they help me to rewrite your own scripts, your programs, enhancing your ability to break free from old patterns, to adopt new ideas and beliefs, to shift, to change, to transform, and to move beyond the programming and the conditioning that keeps you feeling stuck. Last 3 breaths. Big in, letting go. 2 more. Big in and release. Final breath. Nice big inhale. Relax. And breathe in and hold your breath. Greatness is the most demanding mistress you're ever going to encounter. And I understand the advice I'm about to give you is not for everyone. Most people should turn this off. But if you're going to stick with me, if you're going to listen to what I have to say, it's because you want something tremendous in your life. You want to stand out from everyone else. You want to do something more that most people think is possible. You literally want to stand outside of the norm, and if that's the case for you, then understand. As Albert Einstein said, only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be the true master. And for this reason, mastery demands all of a person. So if you want to get great, if you really want to make a skill set your own, if you want to be able to do something, and at the end of the day, if you want to transform the world, if you want to make great changes, if you want to do all that, all the empty words that people spout all the time, let me tell you, you are the only thing that's going to separate you from all the other people out there who are just talking words and will never do anything. So give yourself over completely and let that obsession, let that thing that you love completely consume you. And that your own choice to become really, truly great lies. As Franz Kafka said, don't bend, don't water down, don't try to get logical, but to follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly. Can you do that? So take a breath in. And hold. And let it out. My friends? What do you choose? Can you become mercilessly obsessed? Can you let something occupy you to the point of where our logic and reason is gone about the window, and the only thing that matters is whether or not you accomplish it? When you hold yourself accountable, when you look at the world and see, I'm actually making a change, are you prepared to hold yourself to that standard? Because if you are, there is nothing you can't do. And if you're willing to take responsibility and to transform yourself as a human being, if you give yourself over to being great, if you give yourself over to that obsession and you feel it like you feel it would feed your soul, like you feel it like you would feed a fire that can wipe out an entire mountainside, well, then you've got a chance. Then you've got a chance. You gotta feel the path like that. You gotta feed it like that. You gotta feed it skills. You gotta give back every day. You gotta wake up every day and understand exactly what it is that you're doing towards that, and build knowing that other people may think you're crazy, knowing they can't see the madness in what you do. And that if you push yourself to that level, then the world will bend to your will. I hope you enjoyed this experience. I'll see you another day.
Beautiful. So come on back. Whenever you're ready. How was that for y'all? I always feel a little kick of inspiration after I do that one. A little kick of energy too. It's like better than coffee. So let's get back over here. So that's our breath. And we know it's one of the most powerful tools that we have. Again, it is free. It's something we can use at any time that we want. And just dropping down into our body. Like that's one of the main things. Because we get all caught up in all the things that are going on and our head spins and we're just out here, right? Like we got to bring ourselves back to our body. And so as we're a little bit over time here, but I do again want to go over the program. So our next class is starting on July 7th. So if you've been feeling the nudge, maybe quietly watching, waiting for the right time, but deep down, you know the time is now. Because again, we're not here to play small. We're not here to keep looping the same patterns over and over, living the same day like Groundhog Day. We're here to lead. We're here to rise. We're here to fully embody our next level. So again, this is my signature program that I only run 3 times a year. It's a transformational experience. And it's unlike anything out there because I'm taking so many elements and bringing them all together. This is where we blend that subconscious rewiring, the emotional healing, the energy recalibration. We're taking aligned action to help you become the person that your future you is calling for. So it's not surface level mindset, it's deep, it's cellular, it's soul level change. So, again, if you're one of those people that needs to know all the things that's involved, we're going to be doing conscious coaching. So, this is weekly with teaching. So, it's teaching and coaching together. This is where we reprogram on a conscious level your inner world. We put it into practice day by day. Every other week will be a Q&A call. So if you need a little extra support, or you have some questions, or you want to bring like a situation that came up, this is where you do it. So every other week, real-time support and integration. And we're going to do monthly subconscious reprogramming, subconscious releases every month. With this program, you also get on one-on-one support. So this is standard in the program. You're going to get at least one call. There is an option to take it further if you want to. It's just an extra charge if you wanted to do that. And then you also get bonuses like the breathwork subscription, which is essentially recordings like I just played for you that you can do anytime. And it's also live classes. So I hold live classes every single Saturday in a group like setting. And it's the same kind of breath work where it's me coaching you consciously, or coaching you through the headphones rather, and then also with the different sounds, opening up the different layers of your subconscious. So this is also part of the subconscious work, but great for in between, great for in between sessions. And then you're also going to get activations for money, for inner child, for stress. And I normally do these containers around six people, and again 3 times a year. This round, and in honor of this again, this energetic portal, like it's the most supportive time, I'm making room for 10 people. And that's like I cap it at 10 just because I want to make sure that I am able to give enough support to each person and guide them through. Like this is a fully encapsulated supportive group together. And because I know most of you are ready and I know what's on the other side. So again, um, I just had a class that stopped, but there's so many amazing things that come out of this. So many amazing ahas and transformations. And that's really why I do the work, because this isn't just about me. Like this is where we're together, we're raising the vibration of the earth. We're all bringing each other up together. So the more people that I'm able to bring up and live lives that they were meant to live in their soul lives, the more that they affect the people around them, and those people affect the other people. And it's just like this ricochet effect that everybody has on each other. So this is really about everybody, like humanity, right? Like we all get to rise. So don't let this round pass you by. Like this is your chance to clear out the old programs, whatever it is that you want to work on. It doesn't have to be like one specific thing, because again, when we get to the roots, it's going to cross over many areas of life. Maybe it's weight, maybe it's, money, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's business, but you are finally going to step into your highest frequency, the version of you that's already out there and just calling you forward. So you don't need to be more ready. You just need to say yes. So, oh, I forgot to put my journal prompts in here, but I am going to open it up for Q&A. And so, and then let me also do this because I want to bring this guy over here. There we go. I'm going to drop this in the chat. If I can find where the chat went. There it went. Okay. So this is the program and how you sign up. And I also want you to know, like, there's several different ways to pay for this. So this is not, like, there is a price on it, but there's also ways to get financing. So there is Klarna and Affirm, and I believe Afterpay, that it will give you the options for that. It's super affordable. Like, I've had people that have gone through the program that have gotten the payments down to, like, I think 150 or less a month. So you can finance if that is, um, like the upfront cost is not doable for you. Also, I do financing on my own. I just don't put it on the page. But if you need to talk to somebody, or talk to me rather, about different options, if the Affirm or Klarna don't work for you, we can always do that too on a call. So regardless, I am offering calls, just like little 15-minute check-ins, and we can even talk about the roots of, maybe just talk. Like, it doesn't have to be in relation to the program, but I want to know about you. I want to know what, like, lights you up, and also what might be getting in the way. So I'm dropping the link to connect with me for 15 minutes. So regardless, let's chat about it. Let's chat about what's going on, and let's chat like what could be a needle mover, what could make a difference for you in your life. And it's a quick call that doesn't take a lot of time, but we can get down to the root in just one call and talk about life, you know, and what came up for you, of course, during this too. Now, I do want to open this. So again, we'll open for a Q&A. Are there any questions that are coming up? Or again, I love to hear ahas. So anything that you maybe got from either of the experiences, or anything that we talked about today.
Well, Jen, I'd love to share that for me, the experience. Thank you, because I had to like make sure I think it certainly enhanced the suggestion of having your pods or something, earphones. And yeah, I just want to say that the design of your workshop in terms of like, I mean, and obviously this is your unique gifting, how complementary it all is. I think that's why something as powerful as this, breath work exercise you guided us through recently, it was like, I don't think I felt this peaceful all week, right? This clear, as you said, this oxygenation. Oh my goodness. It's really so underrated, breath. Um, and even in my yoga practices this week, I was, just pausing at how deeply meaningful, um, yeah, just how different my practice was this week. And this was prior to this experience, right? But anyhow, I also want to say that it's enhanced just so much, and just thinking about, what are, I guess, my areas that I, am looking for, sort of what my next level is in business in terms of financial abundance. And so this exercise really helped me to arrive with clarity. Not only was it, in a way that was physiological, I started journaling right after the practice, and I just wanted to commend you because yeah, it was very powerful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I received that feedback. That's so great. And I love hearing that. Yeah, so we are all, even just being in this container, in this group this whole time, we're all raised our vibration just by being here and by doing these practices. So don't be surprised if, some things start to show up just by the exercises that we did today. Beautiful. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm excited to hear about your days too. What comes up after this? Thank you so much, Sherry, for coming. Oh, and so I should probably also put this out here too. We are going to be doing a healing day activation on Sunday. So you may have got an email about it to sign up. It's a separate sign up, but it's basically piggybacking off of this. But this is a full breath work. So this is typically what I do for my classes. So it takes about between an hour to an hour and a half, depending on shares afterwards. But it's the full experience, and it's again, it's totally free. It's my way of giving back to the community. So if you are available on Sunday, it's at 4 p.m. Central Time. Bring your headphones and find a spot where nobody's gonna come in and ask for a snack. Amazing. All right, guys. So yes, grab the link to set up a call. My calendar is open, and I really hope to see some of y'all on Sunday, because again, it's my greatest joy to be able to deliver this kind of work, even if it's for free, because I believe every single person needs to experience it. Beautiful. All right. So anything pops up, definitely get at me. And I appreciate you all again, for you, everybody who showed up live. I love you. I love seeing your faces. Anybody who's catching the recording, thank you so much for your time, and have an amazing rest of your week.
Thank you. You too.